Thank you all for being on this 7:30 call tonight for the testimonials. We really appreciate it taking your time for Tuesday. I want to make a quick disclaimer. LifeWave does not claim we do not make any claims to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any illness. Just want to make that real clear. LifeWave makes no claims to diagnose, treat, or cure or prevent any disease. So thank you for your time, and we will get this going.
Okay, thanks, Chris. All right. Well, my name is Cynthia Sauer, and I am a proud and happy presidential director with LifeWave who just attended the amazing This Is It team convention in Orlando. And we are so happy that you're here. We want to pour into your life tonight with just the power and the miracle of this patch. So if you're a guest, you are definitely going to want to get with the person that invited you to this call after the call so that you too can experience the power yourself of the LifeWave X39 patch and also for your loved ones. Okay, so our first guest up tonight is a very dear woman. I had the pleasure of meeting you, Claudia, just a few weeks back, and you really had me in tears because you're such a sweet, sweet woman. And I think, our guests will agree once you start to talk that that is the case. And so tell us a little bit about, how you got introduced to this technology and where you're from and what exactly happened.
Well, I'm from Lexington, Kentucky, and I was introduced to this technology. I had a fall. It's been a year ago this week. I tumbled down. I'm going to cry. I tumbled down concrete steps and had a concussion. I injured my back just totally, my shoulders, my knees. And it's been a rough year. But my friend in Florida, she kept saying, I'm on a Bible study in the mornings, and she kept saying, you need to try the patch. And I kept saying, I just don't know. So finally, they were talking about surgery, and I was having injections, I guess the steroid injections, and I had an ablation where they burned the nerves. I mean, nothing was working. And so I went in and I said, well, I went into the pain management and I said, I've been introduced to something called the X39 patch. I'm going to try that. And so I started going to my osteopath, which is a doctor I've known. He's been working with me for years. He helped me through a fall 20 years ago, a hard hit in my back, rather. But so he started working with me. So together with this and the patch, and I started out, gosh, I had so much pain. I was on the LifeWave. I was using Beyond, and of course the X39. And all those together were really helping me. Now I'm not on the LifeWave. And I started March 13th. I forgot to tell you that. So it's
2023? I mean, 2024?
Yeah, this year.
Oh, this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had the fall in the summer of last year. Your friend introduced you to the patches. You began patching in March. What would you say was your level of overall pain if you had to give it a number?
Oh my gosh, I was a 10 plus when I started. I was a mess. And I take prescription drugs. I mean, I don't even like to take aspirin mainly because I just don't feel well with them.
Right.
So I was doing everything nutritionally. I used to work for Standard Process, which is a whole food nutrition company years ago.
Yeah.
I was associate rep in Health in Indiana with that. So I knew a lot of nutritional things to use. So, but anyway, so I've been also use a PEMF device, which has helped me, but the patches was the icing on the cake because I could not get what I needed. And so some of the things I've noticed since I've been using them, my sleep is fabulous. We use the Alavita patch some, but it's good even without it. My sleep is. Yep. One thing the patch has given me is hope because I'm seeing that every day I'm just getting better and better. And that means a lot. I'm more focused. The first day I got on the patches, I started laughing and just like in 20 minutes, I was laughing so much. And I think that's where everything was so held inside of me from the pain that it just brought laughter out. I guess I
It
was.
was a big release, it sounds like. Yeah.
So, and I'm more focused. As a child, I had a really hard time in school. And this has just been amazing how my focusing, I'm going to be 78 in November. So it's just a blessing, to be on the patches. My skin's improving. I can tell a big difference. And I could tell that maybe within a month. My skin just started looking better. I feel happier. I'm laughing more. And I laugh at things I usually probably wouldn't have laughed at, before. I'm dreaming almost every night. The dreaming has been wonderful. Um, I've mentioned the sleep, overall well-being. I just feel like everything's better in my life. I've got a lot of pluses here. I'm not as stiff as I was. I was super stiff. Yesterday I had an episode. I don't know what happened, but it's gone now, thank goodness. But in fact, I have an X39 on my neck and one on my low back right now. I have two on because I
Oh,
was out of the ice wave from what happened yesterday. And but I've had more energy. My eyes are brighter. I look in the mirror. I can't believe it's me sometimes because I think
aw.
really things are really reversing. So a
You
lot.
look so happy too. Very relaxed.
Yeah. So in 5 months, it's been amazing, the changes. So I hope to be on these the rest of my life. And I hope to live till I'm 100 at least. So we can all be together. That would be awesome.
So David, I heard him one time talk and say how, he was planning on everybody living till they were 120. And just think of all the love and the time well spent in our later years with
Mhm.
our children and our grandchildren, and being able to really pour into them with stability in the times in which we're living.
Right.
Grandmas don't grow on trees. I mean, they take time to make, right?
Right.
We have to preserve them.
Hmm.
So,
And I
and I,
did go to my doctor the other day. She was very concerned about my blood pressure the last time I went. Everybody's trying to put me on medicine. So I walked in the other day. This is an internist I see once a year or 6 months. And she said, well, let's see, the girl checked my blood pressure. And she checked it twice. And I thought, oh no, it must be really high. It was 120 over 80 or
and
120.
what does it normally run?
Well, when I was there the last time, I think it was like 140 over, around 140. It wasn't super high, but enough to put me on medicine. And she said, okay, what are you doing? So I had every patch I was using with me. She's also a worship leader at church. So she's a friend. And she's helped us, help my husband through many, many things where he was having issues after his COVID vaccine. But so I told her about it, and I've been sending her videos. And she's an osteopath, wonderful doctor. And so she is, thinking about it. And she called. I texted her the other day to send her about. I saw a video about a gentleman that is 100, was on one of their websites, and I sent it to her, and she said, oh, I've already told 2 people about it. I said, you need to come to me. So hopefully she will. Well, but anyway, she's very interested in it because she just couldn't believe the difference. And the streets in Lexington, oh, they're horrible right now. But just potholes, I guess you can say. So I was with a friend today, and usually when I ride in a car, I didn't drive for 10 and a half months. So I
Because
just
of the pain just jiggling you.
fall. My body just was traumatized. And so now I'm driving. I don't drive every day, but I was with my friend today, and usually when I get out of the car, it's really hard for me to walk for a few minutes. So I got out and I had a lot of pressure in my feet, but it was gone within 5 minutes. And that's huge. It's just really big for me. So
It's the gift that just
I
keeps on giving.
Yeah, I think I was wrapped in bubble wrap going down the steps. That's what I told the ambulance driver. Because when they picked me up, I was not in good shape. My neck was so swollen. And I think that's what happened yesterday. I must have moved it the wrong way. And but it was so swollen, and they were real concerned because they kept saying, are you on blood thinners? Are you on blood thinners? Because they said I would have bled out if I had been.
Wow.
So I'm fortunate, and I love the patches, and I'm sharing with everyone that will listen.
That's wonderful. Well, I do want to thank you for taking time tonight to share with us. Your testimonial is really powerful. And, we're going to make sure that we have this recorded so that we can share it with those that we love.
Oh, thank you. And I wanted to say Vicki Burdett in Florida is who introduced me to the patches. She kept saying, you've got to try these. And finally I did. So
Thank you, Vicki.
yeah.
20 seconds of courage.